Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 7. I think, maybe. If you watched my last vlog, then you know that I'm still a little iffy on the date and how far along I am, but we're calling this week 7. And just to clarify, for anyone who freaks out, I've not been back to the midwife, so I don't. I am not having twins as far as I know yet. We're not adding two to the family that way, but I think I forgot to mention in my last video that we are a foster family. And so this last week we added two little girls to our family. So I have a 6-year-old boy, and now we have a 6-year-old girl. I have a 4-year-old son, and now we have a 2-year-old girl. And also, in last week's video, I didn't mention, but we've had, since she was born, brought her home from the hospital, we have a 9-month-old foster daughter who should be going back home to her birth parents next week, which is a good thing, but I'm sad because I love her and I'm going to miss her. But anyway, so right now, I'm a mom of 5, ages 6 and under. And you maybe can tell that I am exhausted, just absolutely exhausted. I haven't been sleeping well because remember how last week I talked about I'd been queasy off and on, but I hadn't actually thrown up? Yeah, well, the very next day, or that same day, I think that I posted it on Sunday, I threw up for the first time, and it's happened many times since then. So, and for the most part, I am sick through the night, like between 1 and 6 o'clock in the morning. Um, and in some ways, that's a good thing because then I don't feel as bad during the day when the kids are up. I still feel kind of gross, but I'm not as sick. But at the same time, I'm not getting a lot of sleep. So I'm just really tired. Between not sleeping and having the 2 extra kids and the 6-year-old girl, she's in school, and so now we have to work around this school schedule now, and I'm gonna take her to school and have to go pick her up, and that's just a whole new ball game to us as homeschoolers. This is just completely weird to me to have a kid in school. And I actually am having a little bit of trouble with that whole loss of control thing. So it's been interesting. But so far, the girls are adjusting well. It's just crazy. It is absolute craziness in my house. And my house is a wreck. I'm so tired during the day. Like, whenever the baby and the 2-year-old lays down for a nap after lunch, I'm just like, that's it. Mama is laying down too. The mama needs sleep. So I've been napping when I normally would do housework. Um, I'm so tired. Like, exhausted is not even close to how I feel. I feel like a walking zombie is how I feel right now. And um, I want to be really careful because I hear people all the time like, oh, I can't get pregnant. And if you only knew how, selfish or rude you sound when you make complaints about your pregnancy. Well, let me just say that I've been there. I have totally been there, not been able to get pregnant, getting pregnant and then losing babies. But the way that I feel is totally legit. Like, it really is hard. I am so thankful and internally grateful, and I would rather be pregnant and have all these complaints than not be pregnant and be sleeping 8 hours a night. So, just to clarify that. But symptoms this week, really, the sickness has just been the main thing. It's been, thankfully, I've been getting a little bit of breaks, even though I've been sick just about every night. There have been a couple of days throughout the day that I've just been really, really nauseous and sick throughout the day. But then I'll have a day or two where I'm just a little bit queasy and not like I can still function. So I'm very thankful for those breaks in between, because if I had those bad days every single day, that would be really awful because I really cannot function on those bad days. One thing that has started this week, within the last couple of days, is that I've noticed I need to eat a little bit more often because my blood sugar will drop. And that's not a really pleasant feeling either. For me, it starts out with like internal tremors kind of deal. Like I can feel myself starting to shake inside, and then all over just start shaking. And then I get really nauseous and clammy and start seeing black spots, that kind of thing. Um, and so I'm learning that I really don't need to go more than like 2.5 hours without eating something. Um, there hasn't been just a whole lot of like things to update on, I guess, this week, except for the nausea. Um, I'm hoping that that is not going to last just a whole lot longer. Um, with the boys, I took Zofran while I was sick. And of course, with Isaac, again, it was the whole entire time. I know it's just for like 4 to 6 weeks. But I'm really trying to stay away from that this time. I don't want to take medication, especially not something that's every day and for who knows how long. I'm just trying to be able to cope with it and use different things. Not the same thing doesn't work every time that I'm feeling sick, but some things that have worked for me have been lemon essential oil, just smelling it, just the little bottle when I smell it. I have ordered an essential oil diffuser necklace though, and I'm really excited to get that in because that will help a lot. So I use a lemon oil. Um, Ginger ale helps, but I don't normally drink anything that's carbonated because carbonation has always upset my stomach, even from the time I was little. So I've never really been a Coke drinker at all. So even though the ginger ale helps with the nausea, I then have like this burning, yucky feeling from the carbonation. So it's kind of like a trade off. What else helps? Lemon drop candy helps. Mints help some. And none of these things like take away the nausea completely, but it takes the edge off of it to where I don't feel like I need to go lay in the bathroom floor because I'm about to vomit everywhere. So, um, I think that's it. Yes, I have to show you my belly, which is kind of really big. Oh my word, it's ginormous. Like I'm already having people ask me how far along I am, and I'm like 7 weeks. Like, oh, is that it? Do twins run in your family? So, yeah, I get that question all the time. I guess I just have to show it to you, which is it's just really big. Like, I'm having to wear maternity clothes and it's craziness. And I know that it's all bloat because part of being pregnant is that your digestive system slows down so that your body can get all the nutrients out of your food as much as possible. So I know that some of that is just most of this is just bloat. It's not baby. Baby's like size of a I don't know, like a raspberry or something. It's teeny tiny. But anyway, here we go. I'll have to move the. There we go. There it is. It is quite large this week. I cannot believe how big I already am. And when I think, oh my gosh, I still have 30 some odd weeks to go. Oh my word, it's kind of depressing and scary. Because with my last pregnancy, I um I gained over 50 pounds. I'm not sure exactly how much it was. Because in those last couple weeks, I really avoided getting on scales because it was so much. I had gained so much. And I ended up being like, at the end, like over 200 pounds. And it was terrible. I was miserable. And it took me like 3 years to get it all off. And so I'm a little bit panicky about that and afraid and scared to death, really, of gaining that much weight. And I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna work out and I eat really well, but my body for some reason just and when I get pregnant, my whole body gets pregnant. It's not just my belly. Like my face has already started getting bigger and chubbier and I got this whole back fat thing going on right now. Don't like that, but I just get pregnant everywhere and I'm just praying that I'm able to, keep the weight gain 30 pounds or under rather than over 50 pounds like it was last time. So, anyway, that is it for week 7, and I will see you back here next week. Bye.